Hello, literature lovers. Today I'm discussing James Fenimore Cooper. He was an American writer of the first half of 19th century. His historical romances depicting the frontier and Native American life. It's altogether a very different genre, and there are different myths and types related to it, and especially about the Native American life, which is not much more aware about the people since it's more inclined towards England, and starting from 17th to 19th century, that created a unique form of American literature, and we all know that it all goes around with the history. Now, talking about Cooper, he lived much of his boyhood and last 15 years of life in New York, and which was founded by his father William on property that he owned. Cooper became a member of Episcopal Church shortly before his death and contributed generously to it. He attended Yale University for 3 years, where he was a member of the Linnean Society. After a stint on a commercial voyage, Cooper served in U.S. Navy as a midshipman, where he learned the technology of managing sailing vessels, which greatly influenced many of his novels and other writings. So, this thing quite interests me that with your personal experiences, your work really get a sharp edge. The novel that he launched his career with was The Spy, a tale about espionage set during the American Revolution War, and it was published 1821. He also created American Sea Stories, and his best known works was the five historical novels of the frontier period, which was written between 1823 and 1841. Yes, now comes the term that were known as leather stocking tales. This term was quite special and related to it, which really introduced the iconic American frontier scout. Don't forget the name Natty Bumppo. That's the name that really marked the point. Natty Bumppo, and all three five the stories are called the leather stockings. Both these things are quite important for Cooper's life. It really changed Cooper's works on US Army has been well received among naval historians. Obviously, they will relate to it, and it really moved their heart. No doubt his works really, I don't know. But they were sometimes criticized by his contemporaries, so it's part of life. Among his most famous works is the romantic novel The Last of Mohicans, often regarded as his masterpiece. Not to forget, go through it, you will really love it. Throughout his career, he published numerous social and political and historical works of fiction and non fiction with the objective of countering the European prejudices and nurturing an original American art and culture. And that is what the specialty of his works. Preserving the culture, that's what the main thing. You can read the works, and the Pathfinder and DS Slayer really marked a great point. And that is that date of it. He died on September 14th, 1851. Well, quite successful life. There were criticism from his because of his tone, but the way he contributed, his great deal of contribution in American fiction, and the works really marked it. You can go through all things. It's quite touchy, and that's the famous museum which is made out of his house. Really beautiful sight. In fact, he got recognized with the stamp, so you can really contribute by this. The monument was made to commemorate his death. I hope you must have got an overall idea of it. Thanks for listening.